Good morning. It's almost noon, or almost good afternoon. I'm not going walking, at least not this morning, because at this point it's too hot. I done had coffee and everything, so my stomach gonna be fucked off if I go out there now. If I go out there, it'll be tonight. So on another episode of What the Fuck. Now, I have been I'm stretching, that's another reason why I sound like this. I've been very open and honest about my healing journey and all of that stuff, and still trying to be there for my ex-husband and stuff like that, because again, we were both young when we got married, and once I came to a certain point, I had to just spit that out and let him know, like, it is okay. It is okay, if we separate or whatever. When I was open about getting back together, fuck what everybody else got to say. Go do what the fuck you need to do for yourself, and then we'll figure it out. It's just gonna be some different parameters if we decide to get back together. But this was before I signed the divorce papers. So I've been divorced since December, but just still trying to be a friend and shit like that. And, if the moment came, the moment came. If it didn't, it didn't. Whatever the fuck we did, we did. We didn't do, we didn't do. So I'm creating boundaries with him as far as all the way around. And one of them is late night text messaging. I get it whenever something is wrong, whenever the moment comes up, stuff like that. But you have to remember, if I'm in a particular place right now, whether I'm openly with somebody or not, openly seeing somebody or not, or somebody wants all of my attention right now or not, you need to be respectful of the fact of, don't text me after a certain time of night unless it's an emergency with our child. I don't understand why men don't understand that. And then when we cussing your ass out about being respectful, whether we got a nigga or not, we in the wrong. So I didn't necessarily go off on him, but I definitely told him, I could be laid up with somebody and you texting me talking about you can't sleep. All them nights I couldn't sleep, whether it was him away taking care of his dad, or him away at work, or whatever the fuck it was that was going on while we were fighting, I cried to my motherfucking self until I figured out what I needed to do for myself. When I started socializing with people, I already knew what the fuck was wrong with my situation, what the fuck was wrong with me, what I needed to do to fix the shit, everything. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm okay with, moving forward, proceeding, whatever the fuck I need to do for myself. So I don't even know what it was that he wanted, but it's just a simple fact that you messaged me well after 10 o'clock at night. First of all, when I was in a relationship, I'm the same way as I am single. Don't wake me up unless you finna give me some motherfucking fireworks. And in this case, I'm not expecting no fireworks from this man because we are no longer together. I'm not expecting nothing like that unless I open my mouth and say, hey, I need some of that. That's just how I am. And I've already told him that. But because I'm not the type of person to play with nobody's feelings, I made the decision to go ahead and cut all sexual activity off because I'm okay. And knowing that you have that type of control over somebody really ain't all that great. It's really not. It's really not. It's really aggravating, honestly, especially if it's not the person that is for you. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't have to go through too many more people to know what I want, what I don't want, all of that stuff. But I had to call him after we got done going back and forth in our messages because I'm like, now I fucking feel bad. Because I done told you off and you talking about you need to vent because you can't sleep. And he was like, well, nah, you busy or whatever. I didn't think about that, yada, yada, yada. I said, I'm not even busy. I'm just sitting on the side of my bed, sitting here looking stupid to myself. But it's the respect factor, yo. Like, come on now. I don't even care if you with another bitch or not. I'm actually encouraging you to find you a bitch so you can get off of my last good nerve for you. But good Lord, please go to therapy. If you don't want to go to therapy because you don't want some certified person in your motherfucking business, please find somebody to talk to. You saying you ain't talking to your friends or whatever, for whatever reason. I don't know why, because I couldn't keep you motherfuckers from talking to each other. So I don't know why the fuck you ain't talking to them motherfuckers now. Go do something. Go do something. Anything. Go start a business. Diamond needs some money. Go do something. Just leave me alone. Put it in a book. We need some money. put it to some music. We need some fucking money. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, y'all been telling me to do something with my damn creativity. Can y'all tell y'all's friend, please? That boy is very creative, okay? Can y'all tell him to put his words on some paper? I need somebody who is out there to help this man put his words on paper, because he is very smart. He is very intellectual. He knows what he wants to say. I don't know if he don't know how to get it the fuck out or what, but because we need some money. Like he told me, we need some money. So, I don't know. There's only so much talking I can do. And, like, again, I don't have friends right now for that reason. Because it's like, if we all got all these multiple sources of conversation, then we should know who to call for what reasons. And it's like, right now, I'm not nobody's just in case of emergency contact. Why? Because I am no longer married. Okay? My parents have one another, and then I am right after. So I am nobody's just in case of contact emergency besides Dominique. And I already know, if she ain't sick, if she ain't crying, if she ain't throwing up, if she ain't bleeding, she all right. Because I will not leave her with nobody that I cannot trust ever again. I'm going to put that out there. Because I ain't even leave her that time. So, but yes. And when you say it a certain way, it comes out so freaking mean. It comes out so mean. But, and the way I did him is the way I was trying not to do to my friends. It's like, God damn, go to fucking therapy. Shit. And again, you see how mean that comes out? And all I done had this morning is coffee. Oh, it had Kahlua in it. So, no, that wasn't all I had. But I'm like, that's so ugly. And it's like, you're not the only person in the world who has dealt with these things. There are so many other black men who have dealt with more things than what you are dealing with or have dealt with or whatever. And they done had about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bitches, done got about 5, 7 of them pregnant, like all that shit, like just, oh my God. Coming from where we come from, you would think now you are a single man, you would be and had it figured out by now. And again, I told you, we made it out with one child. We definitely did it right. Go figure out how to make the money. Goodness gracious. This is what I mean by using your pain, your discomfort, your what the fuck ever to heal other people. Go talk to somebody, because whatever is bothering you might just be in your head. It might not even be a bother. But if you don't talk it out, write it out, sing it out, you're musically inclined, play it out. Whatever you need to do to get it off of you, yo. And this ain't even just to him. This is to everybody. This is to any man, woman. I'm not even going to say children, because I've definitely put on my thing that is not for children. So 18 and up, because we live in the state of Texas, I don't give a damn about that 17 and up shit, because at 17 years old, we are not allowed to say anything outside of our parents' consent. I don't give a fuck what you say, because at 17, other than I don't want to be with these motherfuckers because they abusing me, what else can you say about your parents? So yeah, under 18, I feel like you are not old enough to give consent to any fucking thing. Emancipation, like I said, should only be for abuse privileges only. There's so many things wrong with that fucking loophole in this state. For a lot of obvious reasons. So, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, he was so quick to throw Diamond in therapy, knowing that there was nothing wrong with her. No, knowing exactly what was wrong with her. The fact that me and him was fighting. The fact that she was involved in a lot of our arguments. The fact that she actually stood up to him during one of the arguments, because at that point, mentally, don't disrespect your husband, don't disrespect your husband, don't disrespect your husband. And my daughter, I don't even remember how old she was, but she was old enough to see that what was going on wasn't right. And she turned around and looked at her daddy on that phone and said, "You need to stop talking to her like that, because you're making her cry." And I had to grab that baby by her face and cover her mouth and say, "No, baby, that is your daddy." And I cried even harder after she did that, because I didn't know what type of disciplinary action she would receive for that. Because again, he is very gentle. However, he's still her father. And she disrespected him in that moment. So there is a chain of command that's supposed to happen with disrespect. But I was just like, oh my God. I see now I'm going to have to protect this child however I can, because she is going to nuck if you buck, if you fuck with me. I've seen it. So, and I told my mama that too, because I had one of my moments. One of those, I don't know if anybody else has them or is honest about it, but sometimes I do have flashbacks of arguments and different things in my life, not just with him, just a lot of my PTSD issues and stuff like that. So, and I told my mama about that, and and sometimes if I'm at home, I will stop in the middle of the floor and it'll happen. But I'm at home, so I'm comfortable at that point. And when I'm out in public, I try to stay focused on whatever the fuck it is I got going on. That way that does not happen to me outside the house. And my mom was like, I was like, oh shit. Once I came out of it, and my mom was like, what's wrong? So I told her about that, and she was like, yeah, she gonna be okay though. And I was like, I know. I said, but I'm raising a black child, so those are still things that I have to have in the forefront regardless. Because I asked one of her teachers, like, I don't want anybody to minimize my child. I want them to make her use everything that she is in a positive way, as positive as she can. I just don't want her to get hurt in the process. And saying that is like saying to somebody, okay, well then stop teaching her that way. Well, you're the part of the problem. Shut up. So I am definitely teaching her to be strong-willed and stuff like that, from an 8-year-old's viewpoint. But, ooh, it's very difficult. we got our first report card. Well, I can't remember if it was the progress report or the report card. I don't remember what the paper said. But at any rate, one of them grades, and for me to have a complaint about it, y'all probably already know which one it is. Yeah, one of them grades I was not too happy about. And I definitely had to catch myself. Because I almost wrote on that damn paper, she ain't no dumbass, and neither was her mama. So, when she brought home that progress report and I saw that damn grade on that math, I almost looked at the child and said, girl, what the fuck is this? What are you doing in class? What are you doing in class? And come to find out, this is the same class she had been cutting up in at the beginning of the school year. So first of all, your mama wasn't a dumbass in math. So we gonna get this shit together now. And then I messaged that teacher on that little piece of paper and I said, you send home whatever you need to send home for us to get this grade up. Cause I don't play that. I don't give a damn how many days I got to sit at home. I don't give a damn if I got to lose another job just to make sure that my child ain't a dumbass in school. I don't give a fuck what it is I got to do. But that's something we ain't gonna deal with. Not at all. And you black. It ain't even about you being mine. But you black. You thought. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get that together. And like I said, I don't want to overload her because I don't feel like I was overloaded. But honestly, I have to remember we came from a time where a lot of us were abused. And if that was in the system, they crammed us with a lot of information to see how fast we picked it up, how well we healed from those things, all of that bullshit. And if you really don't know how the government and the school system and all of that shit really works, then you really wasn't paying attention to the things you were supposed to pay attention to in school. Letters behind your name or not. So I just don't want to overload her, but it looks like I'm gonna have to overload her ass on this math because oh hell no. Baby, all hands on deck. Cause no. This is probably the worst part about not being connected with nobody that I used to be friends with anymore because I was friends with teachers, I was friends with nurses, I was friends with some of everybody. So and being friends with teachers, obviously you get the extra resources and stuff like that outside of what you find, outside of what the school provides and stuff like that. So I'm just like, oh my God. And with our house dynamic being different from what it was, we don't have all of those extra devices and things like that I was using to help her when we were quote unquote homeschooling. And I wasn't even trying to be certified or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure she was not too far behind because of how the pandemic shut everything down. So I was just like, the reading and language arts and stuff like that, as long as I can teach her the basics, they got it from there at school. And I have to tell her, slow down, because if they send home another letter saying you are dyslexic or borderline dyslexia, I'm going to thump you on your forehead because that means you not slowing down. You ain't got no reason to rush. I'm always rushing for something. You ain't got no reason. Unless that teacher say that it's timed, slow the fuck down. And even still, you should have been paying enough attention in class to be able to do everything that she fucking taught you in class on that fucking piece of paper if you really paying attention. My mama was like, well, you and her daddy might need to set up a conference. I don't need to set up no conference. I've already told my child, them teachers don't need to see me unless you showing out. We can communicate with each other on these pieces of paper and in these emails and text messages because these kids keep playing. And if you ain't caught on to what the fuck y'all's kid is doing at this point, then you the motherfucking problem too. Oh, shit. When I sent home, and every time she got in trouble, I definitely would send a little letter to the school, to whichever teacher that she got in trouble, classroom she got in trouble in. And so after she got in trouble, I wrote whatever letter I needed to write to her teacher, and I paperclipped that motherfucker to the inside of that folder, and I looked at her ass and I said, and you better make sure it make it to that teacher. Yes, mommy. So I texted her daddy right after that, and I said I sent the letter to the school. You ask your child about it when you pick her up. He talking about okay. Cause I had to tell her the other day. Once I told her again, whatever the fuck your teacher put in that folder to bring the hell home, you better make it to this house so we can look it over. Okay, mommy. I'm not playing with you, child. Cause why is it that you're excelling in all of these other classes, but in this one? And that was when she told me, well, that's the same class I've been getting in trouble in. And it shows. Shut the fuck up and do what you're supposed to do in that lady's classroom. Because I done already done this. Oh, I'm glad that's one of them lines my mama didn't use on me growing up. They probably would have made me fucking mad. I already got my degree. What shit? I'm glad I can use it though. Cause But she's a very smart girl. I just need her to put it in the right place. And I'm trying not to drill sergeant her ass. Cause like I said, my daddy said I done it enough. And so he kept telling me to chill. You know what? I'm limited on what I can do right now. So I'm really stuck at the house now. That is so ugly. I'm horrible. After I washed clothes this weekend, because I don't even remember what all I did this weekend. Because after I took care of my business, that was all that was on my mind. But after I washed clothes and shit this weekend, and I was like, oh shit, last night, Diamond was, I was like, Diamond should be on her way home sometime soon. I ain't even fold up nothing. I just snatched them uniforms off the top of that damn basket and said, okay, this is enough to at least get us through 3 days. She can put it in any combination she want to. But yeah, and then a lot of my fall winter shit that I do have left is too big, so I need to start a cart for some shit. Because once the seasons change, I can't be getting sick. I can't be getting none of it. Oh, excuse me. I was like, good Lord, I feel it. Excuse me. Like I said, I had coffee this morning. I haven't had a cup of water yet. All I did was take care of the rest of the business I had to take care of and got the fuck back in my bed. I was gonna go walking before I decided to drink coffee. But then I was like, I don't want to get back in that school traffic. And for me to go walking as early as it was like, what the fuck else am I gonna do for the rest of the day? And it's only so much TV I want to sit up and watch right now. I know my scalp is itching. I want to take my hair down, but my hair only been up for a week. What's today? Monday. Yeah, it's only been up for a week and a couple of days. So I don't wanna really do anything else to it, cause I have something that I gotta do in a couple of weeks. So I need to wait until closer to time to do that before I redo my hair. And if I take my hair down, all I'm gonna be doing is walking around looking like Don King. Cause I'm not finna do shit else to it until I get ready. So, and again, once you've already been through certain stuff and you come out of this shit, when you don't really give a fuck about what you look like. You really don't. And even now, without having a man and being around other guys and shit like that, I really don't give a fuck what I look like because they've already seen me in my whole natural whatever the fuck ever. So, yeah. Me and my Don King works perfectly fine, whether you like it or not. Let me blow my nose. Ooh. Oh my God, y'all. Diamond is so funny. So, I was walking through the house last night after going outside and minding my business. And I've been giving her back her privileges a little at a time. So she ran through the house watching TV and eating cake or something, whatever the hell she was doing. And I had to cough all of a sudden. So as I'm talking to her and I'm walking through the house, obviously I lose my breath. So I'm coughing and I start doing I don't even know what to call it, but I started bouncing up and down and running in place and shit. Why this little goofy girl standing behind me talking about some, do the praise dance, do the praise dance, do the praise dance. I'm trying to catch myself. Because part of me is like, oh my God, this is hilarious. But the other part of me is like, oh my God, we are heathens. Oh my goodness. But this shit was so funny. And the fact that she had just came in the house from church. How fitting. But, oh my God. Anybody else who did not know us would not think that shit was funny. Because, again, when you've seen what I've seen and been through what I've been through and more, you laugh at a whole bunch of shit. And no, I know I said in one of my videos I had to do the Heimlich on her ass. And with nothing in my mouth, I just lost my breath. I braided her hair this weekend. And I definitely told her, don't be in class swinging your hair. Don't be in class doing none of that extra shit that I have told you not to do. Because I don't feel like hearing that. Now one of the motherfucking teachers talking about you in class being a distraction because you think you cute. No, that's what we not finna do. You gonna go in this classroom, you gonna sit the fuck down, you gonna do what the fuck you supposed to do, and you gonna sit there and look pretty. That's what you're gonna do. I said, and I don't know how many parents actually do these things, but depending on what it is I'm saying to this child, I ain't gonna do this shit. It's just a scare tactic. But I will acquire her ass if she don't get it right. Because again, I ain't always have long hair. She ain't either at this point. So if we got to cut it down some more and just rock a boosie fade or, Webby, whoever, whatever, we will until she get it together. And I never wanted to be that mama to her. I definitely thought about it at one point when she pissed me off about this hair shit. But I'm like, your mama didn't do you like that. Don't you do that girl like that. Nah, I will. The fact that she is perfectly okay with having cornrows. Growing up, I thought having cornrows just straight to the back was the most jailhouse hairstyle ever. I didn't care how well our edges was laid down. Even now to this day, I don't care how much of your edges cover your forehead. It's just something about plain cornrows to me. Like if you ain't got no lines, no zigzags, no nothing, it looks straight jailhouse to me. So when she said, "Mommy, I want some cornrows," straight to the back, straight to the back, straight to the back. Okay, girl, I'm gonna give you some cornrows, but I'm not gonna give you no straight to the back. Like, so it's funny now when she asks for something simple like that versus box braids or any of the extra things that I used to do when she was younger, when we were in the house and she wasn't going to school yet. Cause it's like, that's so plain. But on the other hand, I try not to complain because my life is too fast. Even with me not having a regular job, she got shit she got to do. So all that extra shit, we can't do that right now. We got to do some quick shit and come on up out of there. And I'm probably gonna stay in the dark this whole video, cause I ain't got on my clothes. And I don't really feel like putting on nothing, cause again, I'm taking care of my business so far. The kid is at school. I don't feel like folding up the little bit of laundry I do have. And yeah. Me and my kid been in here playing snow angels in this king size bed. I told her the other night, girl, you getting way too happy getting back in the bed with me. Tell me, but I love you. I know you do. But this was not the plan. When Bella separated us, this was not the plan. Unless you sick, and it depends on the sickness. You should not be in mama's bed. Talking about, but you got all this room. And it's for my remotes, my phone, my extra pillows, my tissue paper, clothes, a video game controller. Whenever I get one, this extra space is for whatever the fuck I need it for. Okay? Not for Diamond. Not for Diamond and her dolls, Diamond and her teddies. If you ain't running a fever, But, like I said, I've been easing back her privileges. Now, cuddling and all that shit is not a privilege. Obviously, if I feel like that's what we need in that moment because of the type of mother I am, pissed off or not, we gonna sit there and hug. We gonna sit there and give kisses. We gonna sit there and do whatever the fuck we need to do to get through the moment. But like sleeping in my bed with me now at her age, and I know she ain't afraid of the dark and none of that other bullshit that was given to us. Yeah, no. You go on in your room, girl. Go to bed. Please. Like, since we've separated rooms and shit like that, she has tried to hit me with the monster story. And it was right after my mama separated us out in our rooms or whatever. So I could understand her coming down the hallway looking for me. But it's like, hey. Nah, shit. This dynamic has been here for a while now, and we've been in the same location for a while. Ain't nothing changed but the room. Don't stop. So, and she was getting ready to start school, so I think that was what was wrong with her as well. And I am one of those parents. I don't know if y'all do this. Maybe y'all should. But when she does talk to me about her dreams and shit like that, I definitely interpret them. And I think about whatever the hell we have going on in that moment. And that's how I'm able to decide what to tell her. Like with this scenario, all I told her was, girl, you finna start school. a new school year. You're a grade older. You finna be a year older once, after school starts. That's all that's wrong. You got this. After giving her a few more words of encouragement and pumping her head up a little bit, and I don't want to say pumping her up, but encouraging her, she seemed all right. Like, whoa, girl, you just don't know. Mama wake up every day wanting to cry about some shit. You are gonna be okay. So then she was talking to me about gymnastics or whatever, and she was like, because I was asking her, like, okay, why haven't, y'all haven't had little competitions or anything like that? Because once him and I separated, I guess because everybody thought they was going to try to keep us together the way they thought they was going to try to keep us together, and it didn't work out. When I made my point clear about him needing to work on being a parent, I meant that. So anything, once we separated, once we divorced, that he got her involved in, his family got her involved in, I was like, okay, that is the start right there. Whatever they start with, those are their things. Once he gives me a schedule, and I relied on, the elders too much on this, but like once I get a schedule from him and things like that, then I'll know when to jump in, when to come, when to support, stuff like that. Because the thing was, she doesn't do certain things, she won't act a certain way, or she won't do, because she's always up under me. No, I did that for a reason, because I want to be able to see what the fuck my child knows how to do and don't know how to do. That's why I talked to him the way I talked to him, because he did not always know what the fuck his child could and could not do. So that's why I talk to everyone like that. All you have to do is allow her to do within the parameters of what we tell y'all, or within the parameters of what you feel like this 8-year-old child should be able to do. And that's why I have to tell people, you have to remember times are different. The things that we had to learn back then, no matter how we had to learn it, why we had to learn it, the children of today don't have to learn that shit if they're in the right environment. So, honestly, the only thing that I want to make sure that Diamond knows how to do when she leave about my motherfucking door is how to feed herself, how to provide for herself, and when the fuck to go to the doctor if she decides to live far away from me and her daddy. So, I don't go to gymnastics with them unless it's trophy day, competition, whatever the hell it's called. And so somebody was like, why I don't go to practice and stuff like that, because I'm like, it's just practice. And most times the parent or the whoever that supports the child the most, that always shows up, they gonna fuck up in front of them. That was another reason why I wasn't like trying to be aggressive about showing up for her. Because if y'all are showing up for her the way y'all are supposed to fucking show up for her, like I've been whining and crying about, it really don't matter if I'm there or not. Whether I'm out making a paycheck, or if I'm somewhere asleep because I'm tired, or whatever the case may be. Because again, I've been there for that baby ever since I found out I was pregnant with her. So yeah. So, and then like I told her that because of everything that we just all experienced, that I'm not dealing with a major birthday party again until she turns 10, because I don't have no friends like that with children that I trust anymore. And I only had like 2 of them, and one of them fucked up. And he say he don't kick it with his friends like that or whatever, but I don't know what the fuck you doing when you're not in my face, and I really don't give a damn about whatever lies or whatever you trying to keep or hide or whatever. I don't give a fuck, because we're not together. So just make sure my child don't get hurt. That's all I ever give a fuck about. So I don't know what friends he got on that side that, you know, he still talk to or whatever that's in the same age range as Diamond. Because like I said, it's just some people and some things I don't want to deal with right now. So when it come to Diamond, her birthday party ain't it. It ain't it. Baby, we will forever not see each other because, not mine. Because if anybody show up at my child party, that's it. That's why I don't. If I know folks is fighting and shit, I would not invite people. That's why I be like, tell me what the fuck is going on. Not to be fucking nosy, because I don't care that fucking much, but I don't want nobody fucking up my shit. I don't be wanting nobody to overstep in my shit. That's why when people be inviting people to shit and they don't know if we've gotten into it or they overstep, you have to talk to me first. You talk. Are you and so-and-so okay? Have you and so-and-so mended whatever y'all needed to mend? Have you and so-and-so, did whatever y'all needed to do? To me, that is how you handle those things. That's another reason why I didn't do a birthday party for myself this past year. Not only because I couldn't afford it, but because so many people around me had so many issues with each other and tried to make it seem like I was the issue. I didn't know who to fucking trust. Even the new people that I had came in contact with. Like, I did not know who to trust. Because people were texting me, asking me, why didn't I do anything for my birthday? The real reason was because I couldn't afford it. But honestly, I don't have no love for nobody no more like that. Like, yes, love is a feeling. Love is an expression. And I know how far to cut my love off. So I could meet you today and love you today. But if you piss me off in the right way, that love is going to be gone. And that's, to me, gets so misconstrued when people in church talk about conditional and unconditional love. Hell no. Because you're not paying the fuck attention in church. Because they tell you unconditional love does not mean let that motherfucker keep beating you the fuck up. Or dragging you through the mud. Or knocking you the fuck down. Whether it's physical, verbal, emotional, mental, all of that bullshit. No. So it's like, I hate that I'm still saying this, but at 34 years old, you are supposed to have a solid foundation, a solid support system, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care what it's for. I don't. I missed my niece yesterday. I'm so sad about it. I need to make time to go see her. Because I had something I had to go do, and I was on a short time frame. I'm sitting here playing with my fingers because I'm bored as fuck. This is what I be talking about. When I actually take care of my business and me not having as busy of a life as I used to have, this is what I do. I be fucking bored with myself. And obviously, when I was in a relationship, I had something else to keep my mind occupied. But since I'm no longer... Oh my God. And I guess this is one of the moments when girls start like fucking with their ex when they don't have shit else to do. I don't see the excitement in it. I really don't. I really don't. Or texting that motherfucker all day, or baby, you said you were done. Why are you still texting him? Why do you want to see if you still got him? Why do you want to keep playing with that man's feelings if you don't want him? And that's funny because I went to go see my grandma, and I don't mind having certain conversations with my grandma, because me and my grandma have been having certain conversations since I was 3 years old. So I'm okay with saying certain things to my grandma. And she was telling me, you know, all the things that she wants from me and stuff like that. And she was like, well, Kiki, have you and him tried? Did you and him try? You know, yada, yada, yada. Like, how do y'all communicate now? Yada, yada, yada. When it comes to Diamond, I can communicate perfectly fine. When I cut off everything else, I was perfectly fine. It's when I realized he was being extra, when he noticed that I was actually moving forward, and he could see that I was moving forward, and I was honest about the fact, or he could actually see that I had been around other people and shit like that. Like, he could obviously see that shit. And I'm like, okay, at this point, my mind is somewhere else. My mind is focused because on this side, he's not my focus in that way no more, and I've already told him that. Like, that ship has sailed. We failed. It's okay. I'm perfectly okay. And I told my grandma, I said, Grandma, at this point, like, I purposefully say mean things to get him to understand, like, I don't want it in that way no more. Like, again, you made me struggle way too long. Because, again, for you to be vocal about, I'll help her still, I'll help her, and I was still looking the way I was looking, yeah, now, nigga, you fucked up, yo. And my grandma was like, I understand that. Prime example. I didn't tell him Happy Father's Day. I still hold him one from when we were married at the end. That year when I was sitting on that couch, doped up on all the medications that everybody wanted me to be on. And he was like, but I told you Happy Mother's Day this year. And I said, I know, and I appreciate that, because you owed me one. And I told my mama about this. I said, Mama, all that time I was waiting on a special Happy Mother's Day. I don't know what that is. Diamond is 8, and I still don't know what that is. When I did feel special on Mother's Day, you know, my mom made that happen for me. His mom has done it for me, but we've been divorced since then. So I didn't appreciate it in the same way. I appreciated it, yes, but I didn't appreciate it in the same way. And the fact she bought me red roses. Like, I fucking hate red roses. But I still said thank you. Like, I was not ugly about it or none of that stuff. But, like, I fucking hate red roses. And I explained this to somebody, and I guess I'm finna have to explain it publicly, because I don't want a man to hand me red roses and I just bawl on his motherfucking ass. I do not like red roses because it reminds me of the baby that I lost when I was younger. And that's just what that is for me. That is why I truly do not like red roses. I do know that red is the color of love. I do know that. But I do not like red roses because of that. It's not... Valentine's Day was ruined for me a long time ago, so that don't even bother me. Like, when people do all this fancy shit for Valentine's Day, I don't know what that's like. Never have. My mom decorated my room for Valentine's Day. So to me, that's what love is. Me and my mom's relationship, or me and my dad's relationship. Because later on in life, my daddy was like, I ain't do that shit. All I did was give your mama the money and tell her to do whatever the fuck she was going to do for y'all. Okay, so now I know. That was love for my daddy, the money part, you know? So, but I don't know what that is as far as like, because to him, being the provider is what that was. We got a roof over our head. We can, enjoy the little incentives, little special things that we can't afford. Because, again, neither one of us came from fucking money, no matter how well put together I look. Broke as fuck. So, I was just like, okay, simplicity. As long as my whatever the fuck I got going on don't get taken away, cut the fuck off. That's all I fucking care about. I was sitting there watching something the other day, and she was saying how I don't want a man to do so many things for me again, yada, yada, yada. Baby, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Because I want my man to do whatever is in his power for me. And if there's something that he needs for me to do for him, if you can show me the way on how to do it to make sure that we get it done, baby, show me the way. And I can make sure that it is done. I thought that that's how this thing in life was supposed to go. If you want me, and you want me wholeheartedly, and you feel like there is so much more for me, I have so much potential, I got so much whatever, then as my person, guide me. If you know somebody, guide me. Now, if my little antennas go up and I tell your motherfucking ass, I don't have good feelings about this motherfucker, no, then that's something different. Because again, I've lived on both sides of the track. And sometimes I can just look at a motherfucker and tell you I don't want to do business with them. Or I don't want to be involved with them. And there's some people I can look at and be like, they seem like they got their shit together. I might need to be in the same class with them. Let me go stand in line behind them. To me, that's how I've seen it in life. You're supposed to find a winning team. At this point, we get picked for the winning team when we're younger, and we see how far that gets us, right? Okay, well, I want to pick the team I want to be on. Shit, I'm tired of motherfuckers picking me and picking fucking wrong and putting me in the wrong teams. I'm sorry. No. So, hopefully from here on out, I'm picking the right teams. The right players. All of that shit. Because at this point, anything else that I choose to do, I just don't want nobody else in my fucking way. If you don't want to be a part, I need you to say that shit up front. I don't want to be a part of that. And honestly, the way everybody acted when I started going through what I was going through really showed that nobody really had to say anything. But you can't ask, well, why she not reaching out? Or why she not responding? Or why is she responding in that way? Or why is she talking to me like that? If you ain't been through it, then you don't know. And when I mean been through it, I mean what I actually endured. That's what I mean. What I actually endured during all of that. Because y'all like to have a pissing contest on who's hurt the most, who's lost the most, who's like all of that shit. Do you motherfuckers not realize we all gonna lose in the end? And yet y'all don't know how to be there for each other or don't want to be there for each other while we make it to the end. fucked up morals and values, I tell you that. I need to go see my grandma. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was good. My mind is clear now. I still don't know what the hell I'm finna do with myself. I love myself. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm finna do with myself. Because all I did was drop the kid off, take care of what I need to take care of. Went to the grocery store to get food for dinner tonight for the house. And got back in my bed. And this is all I've been doing. I ain't go back to sleep or nothing. I just been laying here. I definitely was reflecting on this weekend with my ex, because, again, think. Why you thought that shit was okay? My bad. You right. I wasn't trying to intrude on y'all. Ain't no y'all. Ain't no other person. It's just me. Because if I was with somebody, whether we was doing anything or not, I definitely probably would have let him get on the phone. Just because. Because at that time of night, you can't sleep. That's not my problem, yo. I'm not your wife. Hell, I've been sleepless for a whole bunch of nights, and you know why. So, yeah, I had to figure it out. So, better go find somebody to sit on it. It ain't that hard. You're obviously not applying yourself. Because it's definitely be happening for me, and I wasn't even trying. Hell, all I had to do was say, I'm available. And they came running. So, you obviously not applying yourself at all. I am hungry. We're eating burritos. Chili cheese burritos tonight. So I need to eat something that ain't gonna set my stomach on fire between now and then. Let's see. Ooh, I did not finish my wings last night, but it's only 2 of them motherfuckers in that bowl. Now, Daddy is already back, so that means the kitchen is off limits. I'm finna have to spend some money I don't want to spend. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't grab something extra when I was in the grocery store. But I didn't think about it. I did not think about it at all. I was just trying to make sure I had enough money to feed the household. Because my daddy said what he said. I think I'm finna go ahead and harass my daddy for a little bit. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.